A very good morning to all. Welcome to science class. Till date, we were studying for 7th standard science those topics which were included in biology. Now, today I am going to introduce a topic which is based on physics. As we all know, physics is the science which deals with measurement of physical quantities. So today we are going to study about measurement of physical quantities. Before going in depth to physical quantities, we will observe and discuss how are the various articles and materials shown in the picture measured. You can see the different materials are present, different articles are present. If we think about it, how are these measured? Now when you look at brinjals, gold, palak, milk, clothes, thread. Now quantity of brinjals, palak and gold are measured in grams. Milk is measured in liters, whereas the length of thread and clothes are measured in meters. So depending upon the nature of the substance, the quantity, the quality, the articles, the materials, based on this, physics has taught us how to measure the quantities. As we have seen the measurement of physical quantities, now we will study about different physical quantities. Now, what are the physical quantities? In day-to-day life, we measure many things. The weight of fruits, vegetables, food grains, temperature of the body or of some liquids, volume of liquid, density of various substances and the speed of vehicles. These are the things which we measure. Quantities such as mass, weight, distance, speed, temperature are called as physical quantities. So these quantities are called as physical quantities. Now whenever a quantity is measured, we write the answer in the form of value plus the unit. Value along with the unit is used to express the magnitude of physical quantity. A value and a unit used to express the magnitude of physical quantity. For example, Swarali walks 2 kilometers every day. So 2 is the value and kilometer the unit used to express the magnitude of the distance, which is a physical quantity. Magnitude means the number and value. The magnitude or the value which is given for a physical quantity, which gives us the information that how the physical quantity is measured, and the unit is expressed along with it. Such quantities, a quantity that can be completely expressed by its magnitude alone, is called a scalar quantity. For example, only magnitude, that is a value with a unit, is used to express quantities such as length, breadth, area, mass, temperature, density, time, work. When we say the density of the object is dash, the information is completed. When we say the length of the object is 5 meter, the information is complete. So all those quantities which are expressed by magnitude alone, for example, length, breadth, area, mass, temperature, density, time, work, are called as scalar quantity. Thus we say that the length of a tunnel is 2 kilometer. Fever temperature is 101 Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is the degree used to measure the temperature. It's a unit used to measure the temperature. So these are scalar quantities. Another type of quantity that is expressed completely only when magnitude and direction both are given is called as vector quantity. That means scalar is only magnitude, whereas vector is magnitude as well as direction. For example, displacement, velocity are vector quantities. For example, a displacement of 20 kilometers towards the north direction, aeroplane flying at a velocity of 500 kilometer per hour towards Mumbai. Okay, so your direction is specified. So this is an example of vector quantity. As we have seen scalar and vector quantities. Now first we'll study an example of scalar quantity, that is mass. Mass is defined the amount of matter present in a substance. The matter has a natural tendency to resist a change in its state, which is called inertia. Basically, what is inertia? It is the tendency of the body to remain in its state. For example, if this box of books is kept on a table, it remains on the table unless and until the position is changed. So inertia is the tendency of the object to remain in its state of rest. Mass is a qualitative measure of the inertia of an object. Basically, the mass indicates what is inertia, and always keep in mind, the larger the mass, the greater is the inertia. That is the tendency of the body to remain in its state of rest. Mass is a scalar quantity. It does not change from place to place anywhere in the world. For example, 1 kg taken in any corner of the world remains 1 kg. The quantities mass and weight are however different. In English, we assume mass and weight to be same. But when we talk about physics, mass and weight are two different quantities. Basically, mass is a scalar quantity and weight is a vector quantity. Gram and kilogram are the units of mass. You can see here, if mass is 10 kg, weigh scales 10 kg, weight is 98 Newton. Newton is the unit of weight, whereas for mass it is kg. You can see on the moon mass is 10 kg, weigh scales 1.6 kg, weight is 16 Newton. And in space, since there is no space, there is no gravitational pull at a specific point, the weigh scales are 0 and the weight will also be 0. Hence, the quantities of mass and weight are totally different. And the units of mass are gram and kilogram. When we use two common balance in a shop, what we are doing is we are comparing two masses. When we go to a vegetable vendor to buy vegetables, when you want to buy a vegetable of 1 kg, the vegetable vendor, one pan, he keeps the weight, he keeps the mass as 1 kg and tries to balancing it by putting the vegetables in the another pan. He stops doing so when the balance comes in a straight line. So this is actually what we are doing, is we are balancing the two masses. As we have seen that mass is a scalar quantity, now we are going to study about weight, which is a vector quantity. What we measure in grams, kilogram is mass and not weight. The gravitational force that acts on this mass is called its weight. We all are aware of gravitational force. The earth exerts a force which pulls the entire object towards itself, and this force is due to gravity, and hence we call it as gravitational force. The gravitational force acts towards the downward direction. Now everyone saw the apple falling. It was only the Newton to ask the reason why. Now the gravitational force by which the earth attracts an object towards its center, that force is called as the weight of an object. That was the reason why the apple fell towards the ground. And since it indicates direction, weight is a vector quantity. It is different at different places on the earth. Now use your brain power and think. Why would the weight of an object be maximum at the poles and minimum at the equator? Now you know where the poles are located and where the equator is. The earth is not completely spherical. The maximum gravity of the earth acts on the center of the earth. Gravity varies around the world. At the poles, the force of gravity is about 1/2 to 1% greater than the equator. This is because of the spherical nature of the earth. Distance of the poles from the center is less than equator. Hence, the weight of the body on the earth pole is greater than the earth's equator. So that is why gravity varies. Why is the weight of an object at high altitude less than its weight at the sea level? Now here what happens is, again the reason is based on gravitational force. As you travel away from the earth's surface, your mass remains the same, but your weight reduces as gravitational pull decreases. The weight of an object at a high altitude is less than its weight at the sea level. Will it be possible to use one and the same unit to measure physical quantities such as mass, weight, distance, velocity, temperature? All these things cannot be done with the same unit. Same way they cannot be measured. In everyday affairs, we measure many different physical quantities. As these physical quantities are different from each other, a specific unit is used to measure them. Therefore, different units are used while measuring different quantities. Our body has weight because of gravitational force on the earth. If mass is 120 kg, weight is 120 into 10, that is 1200 Newton. If mass is 120, weight is 200 Newton. That means weight and mass are two different concepts. Thank you.